I'm Tim Andrews, President and Chief Executive Officer of ASI, here to follow up on our continuing series of interactions and conversations about what's going on in the promotional products industry in sort of this COVID world we're living in. First, I want to share some sales data. Our new research shows that in the second quarter, distributor sales dropped around 45%. Really a very tough quarter for everyone. The first quarter was off just a few percentage points, but obviously the second quarter was much tougher. Could have been a lot worse. PPE really helped save the day for many, many distributors who got into that very early, and suppliers as well. But we're certainly looking at a very tough year for everybody. Our prediction is that the industry sales will be off around 35% for the full year. As parts of the country, though, unfortunately sort of close down or sort of backtrack on some of the opening that's happening, it's possible that 35% could get to be 40% or a little bit more. So, obviously a very difficult year for so many in our industry, and who are asking questions about, what do I do and how do I manage the business? My best advice right now is to continue to reach out with your clients, with your prospects. Keep looking for business. There is business out there. We've seen a lot of movement from PPE, which was really hot in sort of the April-May timeframe. It's backed off. It still is a very important segment for the industry, but we've seen a lot of movement now to more traditional promotional products as well, drinkware and apparel. So we're seeing some balancing happening there. We certainly are hoping that people will do all the smart things we all have to be doing so that the whole country can open up better and we can move forward with things. Because obviously our industry is very dependent on some very large events and activities like that, education. So it's going to be very important what happens in the next few weeks related to education in the fall, college, universities, and also how sports teams are able to do things, both local sports teams but also professional sports teams. So lots to keep track of. We have a new issue of Counselor Magazine that's coming out, the State of the Industry issue, which has tons of facts that help you understand what's going on in the marketplace. Historically, that would cover the prior year, so it would have covered 19, which it did. But then we did an entire special research project that is documented in Counselor Magazine that's all about what people did in the COVID world and what's happening and what the outlook is. So we've got lots of interviews with people and are spotlighting, of course, the Person of the Year, the International Person of the Year, and a number of other individuals as well as the top 40 distributors and suppliers, but lots of information about how to recover from this very deep, difficult period in American history. That's in Counselor Magazine. It's also on the website, asicentral.com, and just look for Counselor Magazine, and lots of information is being posted beginning this week from the State of the Industry report. Despite all this, I'm still very bullish on the industry. We are an industry that time and again has proven that creativity wins, that our entrepreneurs are able to really change their business. I think the second quarter shows that in terms of PPE, but we will recover. It's just going to be a very difficult time, and creativity is going to once again win the year. Speaking of years, we've had a great year in 19, and 20 has been a challenging one, but we're celebrating the Counselor Awards this year, typically in Chicago. We have those at the ASI Chicago show in July. We are now doing it this year, since we can't all be together, our first digital version of the ASI Counselor Awards. Register for this event. It's 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Wednesday, at counselorawards.com, counselorawards.com. Register for the event, 5 p.m. I'll be in a tux like always. You don't have to wear a tux. You can do whatever you'd like to do at home, but I really would urge you to dial in and take a look at it on the internet. And this is a great opportunity for many of you who've been to the Counselor Awards to be able to include lots more people. Help your staff understand what goes on at the Counselor Awards, what you're celebrating when you're at the Counselor Awards, and you can share that with your family and friends. So anybody can register. It's open to every single person in the industry and all your friends and relatives and colleagues. So again, counselorawards.com. You must register though. In fact, one of my friends, Carlene Gray, the CEO of Group Stall North America, sent me this to wear, so I'll be wearing this tomorrow in celebration of the Counselor Awards, which is, usually a black tie event. In the face of all this, I also want to share some what is good news. We launched about 2 months ago a campaign to raise funds for food banks across the North American continent and ask distributors, suppliers, decorators, and our own employees at ASI to contribute. And I am so pleased that they really took the call to action seriously. ASI was matching dollar for dollar, everything donated up to $50,000, and we budged just past $50,000. So $100,000 is going to a number of food banks across the country with our $50,000 match going to Feeding America, which is an incredible, great organization that helps food banks across the United States as well, especially some smaller ones. So I'm really proud of that. 1 million meals are going to be purchased as a result of the outpouring of generosity that this industry provided over the last 2 months, and I couldn't be prouder of that. So thanks very much for tuning in again today on Facebook and in FaceTime. Really, hope you're all doing well, that you're following all the rules and the recommendations and staying safe. See you again next time.